Hello, hello. I wanted to share with you, this is the Sumi Ink sketchy flower look that I was going for. So I wanted to share with you more techniques with Sumi Ink. And I use this is a very sketchy look. I love it. I think it's really fun. It's going to look beautiful with brush on it, but here is how I start. I always like to start with my stem. We'll go down. We'll use the brush stroke down. And it is going to take a lot more Sumi ink, so you're going to have to dip your brush in a little bit more. There, like that. Okay. Now, while that is drying, I'm going to come into the center and work my way out. And I also like to look at my reference photo. And sometimes I like to put it upside down just so I can see exactly where my values are. And I see that my values are darkest down here, right here. And also I see that I need a lot of texture in this part, except for like right here where the white is. So that's what I will be doing. Alright, so to start with texture, it's almost like you're well, you are painting with this because it's ink on a brush, so I would consider this painting. And since you already have the line drawing and you're already used to using the texture from the last couple lessons, this should make for a fun painting. I hope you come in to my lessons feeling ready to learn, but also ready to play with your mediums. Now I don't mind my mark making right there, but I know I can do better, so I'm just going to add some dots. That's going to break up that texture a bit. There, I like that. Okay, I'm going to let that be, and now I'm ready to start. I'm going to start here, and I'm just going to start painting as if I were painting with watercolor. Very loose, very free. It's supposed to be a fun thing. And I'm also looking at my petal and seeing where I need my darker value. And there's this really nice line right there. I like that. Again, I use a lot more Sumi ink this time around. Let's see, what's this? A couple lines. Leave that the way that is. I like that. I will oftentimes look back, take a step back and just look, and that's what I'm doing now because I don't want it to overpower something else if I can help it. And so when I'm thinking about when I start my line drawing, when I just started this, I feel the petal. Like in my mind I feel the petal and it just kind of goes out to my hand. So if I know it's ruffly, how do I want to interpret that ruffliness through my paintbrush? And so I feel that in my mind, and then it just goes into through my hand. And that's the best way to explain it. I wish there was a step-by-step process, but you know, art isn't necessarily a step-by-step, do this, do that, and you're gonna find a good, you have to be able to feel it. Like I'm feeling the ruffles on the flowers right now, and I want to be able to exaggerate that a little bit, not a lot, but exaggerate it just enough to say, hey, just in case you didn't realize this is a this is a ruffly flower. Okay, so it looks like I have lots of line work here. You can kind of see line work down here and here, and of course I'm exaggerating it, so I'm hoping to just kind of go in and get in and get out. Don't necessarily want to make this become I like that. I think I'm going to leave it just like that. I'm afraid that if I mess with it anymore, I'm going to lose that freshness. Alright, so here's this really cool, this is very ruffly, and I almost look like these leaves are almost tattered, so I'm going to, not tattered, that's not quite the word, but very ruffly, very, yeah. There's a lot of ink right there. I'm going to add that ink, and that's okay that I made this ink splotch. It was bound to happen. I'm glad it happened there, because I can always add, because there's this nice little black line right there. So what I'll do is I'll just add it right over here too. There. Now it's not going to look, now it's balanced, which is what I'm looking for. I can also get the side of my brush a little bit, the belly of my brush. I have to turn it upside down because this needs to, I'm always looking at the curvature of the petal. I want to go with the curve of the petal. Like right there was a perfect natural way of saying, hey, that's a petal. Alright, I really like that. I'm going to call that done. I will erase the pencil lines and then get started with the brush show, and it's going to be really fun. We're going to be, again, working a lot on the background and a little bit in the flower, but I really like how this is turning out. And if you see some lines that are maybe light because your brush was running out of ink, like right here, feel free to fix that up a little bit. But there's the beautiful floral brush show. I'm excited to add some color to this, and we'll meet you right back here with our colors.